Hello, welcome back to me watching His Man, Season 4, Episode 8. We are officially halfway through the season, and this episode seems to be the one where we are eliminating someone, which, frankly, it is so interesting how I feel like this season is actually the first one of the four where there is truly no need for an elimination because there is nobody who is like left out completely. In all previous three seasons, there was always like at least, I mean, I don't remember season one technically, but in seasons two and three, I can definitely pinpoint like at least one person who was like, who like had no chance with anyone, and it was very sad to watch. But like technically, in those situations, it could have been like, okay, I guess like already halfway through, it was quite clear that nothing was gonna happen. So why keep him there? I guess. But also, it didn't really matter. And when season four first started and we saw that there was going to be an elimination, I was actually kind of on board. I was like, yeah, you know what, up the stakes a little, make people more proactive so they don't get eliminated. But like people were already more proactive this season anyway, because it was sort of it was the second chance for most of them, and they were more free, more bold. So I truly feel like technically there is no need to eliminate someone, but I also don't have a clear prediction on who is gonna be the eliminated one. Right now, my guess is between Sumin and Jeha, I think, and Lee Hyuk-jin. I think it is between those three. Honestly, I think the biggest chance is actually that Jeha goes home, which would be, I don't even know if it would be more sad or more funny, but it would certainly be both of those things. I mean, I don't think it would make sense for them to eliminate Jeha just like production wise. I think the production would pull their strings to make sure that he stays so we can get the Jeha Hyungjin storyline continuing. But like technically he's like the only one who nobody is particularly interested in because of his thing with Hyungjin. Like he also is interested in nobody else, and Hyungjin is at this point still at least saying that he is not interested in Jeha anymore. Whereas, I feel like I think Sumin is probably the other biggest pick to go home, because Sunok has basically said that he's no longer that he's like not interested in Sumin, and nobody else is either. And then at first I would have thought that Lee Hyuk-jin would go home, but actually Hangul seems to be at least a little bit interested in him, which I think is something worth exploring, and I think that's what's gonna keep him there. But overall, yeah, I'm actually really enjoying the season so far. Currently, might be my favorite season overall. And I mean, we're halfway through. A lot of things could happen. A lot of things could change. I don't know how I'll feel about the season at the end of it. Possibly even depending on how this elimination goes. But right now, I think the season has actually been not perfect, but quite strong. Quite strong. I do think we still need more dates, and we need to give everyone equal dates, not in like equal amounts, but like similar activities. Like if we're doing active dates, then everyone does an active date where they do an activity. If we're doing getting to know each other dates, then everyone has a getting to know each other date. Not that like three couples go to a cafe to sit and talk in theory, and one couple goes to do yoga. So there are things that can still be fixed here, but I think I'm still very much so on board. I'm very much so interested in seeing what happens next. So let's watch it. Okay, first of all, if you're watching this preview on YouTube, His Man Season 4 is a Patreon exclusive show in full. So if you want to watch the entire episode, then the first link in the description will take you there. But as a little preview, I do but the first 10-ish minutes to YouTube, so you can sort of get a vibe for how I react. And if you enjoy my commentary, then you can go to my Patreon, become a member, or purchase the post individually, or wait until the season is finished and then purchase the collection of Hitman Season 4 if there's nothing else on my Patreon that interests you. And you know, whatever you choose, I'm grateful for you being here. And if you're already on my Patreon, then I'm especially grateful for you being here. Yeah, let's watch this. I do wish I could sort of, you know, if I was watching this live, then I could sort of go online and see what people are saying about. Maybe it's actually good that I'm not seeing what anybody else is thinking about the contestants, because that would certainly, you know, subconsciously influence my thoughts and opinions. Like right now, I have no idea how the season was being viewed at this point. Like, who are the fan favorites? Who do people not like? I have no idea, because I'm avoiding all sorts of conversation about it. And also, by the way, I will most likely be speeding the episode up at some point because it's just a very slow-paced show.
감사합니다.
여기 이름을 쓰라고 했었나?
그냥 하면 되는 거 아니에요?
아, 이름 쓰지 말고.
왜 3일 안에 가서
아,
So it's like kind of anonymous, but like though
이게 뭐야?
I'm sure that we will still find out who ranked
그거.
who as what. I'm also gonna be eating tangerines during this because I
근데 누가
want to.
탈락하든 슬슬 좀 마음이 좀 쓰이긴 할 것 같아.
나는 그냥 애초에 못 고르겠었어. 아니 이거 고르라는 건 자체가 말이 안 돼. 그냥 어떻게 이렇게 자니? 벌써 눈물 나는데 진짜. 와.
대문자 F야?
나는 내가 탈락할까 봐 눈물 나는데.
에이,
뭐 근데 그럴 수도 있고 저럴 수도 있어.
I don't think Yunchae will.
나 탈락이라 하면 미련 1도 없이 캐리어 바로 써서 나 택시
Well,
잡고
Hangyo is definitely not being
나도
eliminated.
그럴 것 같은데.
난 탈락하고 싶어 사실.
뭐,
Yunchae, what?
이런 마인드를 가져야 돼.
아니야 형, 우리 불러온 놀이야. 끝까지 박혀 있어야 돼.
나 잘 못 바뀌. 아씨.
근데 누가 꼴찌할지 진짜 모르겠다.
또
나랑은 의견이 다 다를 거란 말이야.
나도.
응.
뭐가? 나랑 의견이 진짜 다를 것 같아. 누가?
꼴등을 할 사람 누가 될지 모르겠어. 사실.
아, 그치. 근데 이거 왜냐면은 이게 같이 원래 알던 사람끼리도 꼴찌일 수도 있으니까.
아니야, 그걸 떠나서
응.
지금 서로가 다 다르잖아.
응.
뭐가 마음속 1등들이?
오.
꼴찌도 다를 거고.
맞아.
그래서 중간에 있는 사람들로 인해 조금 변동이 많을 것 같아.
그럴 수도 있겠네. 아니, 어떻게 될지 몰라.
진짜로.
They're just voting based on their own interests, right?
어땠어?
They're
산책 나간
ranking
거?
like who they are personally
산책?
most interested in. Because that's what I've
좋았어,
been basing my
바람쐬.
predictions off of.
왜
I
또
hope I
이렇게 바람
remember
빠진 풍선처럼
correctly.
그러는데.
이 봉투를 봐봐.
가다. 제일 꼴찌 많이 하는 사람이 탈락인가?
It's definitely there's definitely also a little bit of politics that can and or probably will be at play here, especially because most of them already knew each other from before. They have certain couples that they want to see succeed, that they want to see wingman. That's why I think probably most of the oldies are gonna rank Jehab a little bit higher, or at least not rank him last, so that he can stay in and have his opportunity to reconnect with Youngjun. And like, you know, everyone is gonna be wanting their friends, like their closest friends, to stay in. So that is also definitely something that factors in.
봤어 이거? 하나씩 챙겨.
이거 형 거? 이거 내 거.
얘 내 거.
어렵다.
이거 하기 싫어 나.
그러니까.
야, 이거 진짜 하기 싫어.
It would be incredibly depressing to
다녀오겠습니다.
be the person that goes home. Vote for who you like. Yeah, who you like the most is technically the criteria.
다녀오겠습니다.
But
갔다 오십시오.
I got secrets, hard to keep them, but I can shut my mouth. I've been quiet, I hate lying, but I can't.
they're probably not gonna tell us right away who everyone is voting for, because then we could do the math and figure out who's going home. They'll wait for the reveal and then they'll probably flash back and be like, he voted for him, he voted for him.
Keep my feelings close so they can't get out. What if
그게 진짜 제일 어려웠어요. 사실 윗순위 정하는 거는 쉬웠거든요. 근데 이제 후순위를 정하는 게
He's
너무
most
어렵더라고요.
likely gonna put
그래서 좀
Hyukjin as
고민을
last
진짜
because
많이
of their
했던 것 같아요.
weird
어떤 기준에서
tension.
순위를 정할까?
Crazy background music.
1등과 10등을 나누는 거니까 10등인 사람은 뭔 일이 일어나지 않을까? 제가 만약에 10등을 주면
Obviously something will
저는
happen.
그래도 기회가 무조건 있을 거라고 생각을 했었어요.
Places last. So that he's going home. That's the whole point of this.
questions I don't want us to change?
솔직히 저는 그냥 무효표를 만들고 싶었어요. 이 순위는 딱히 의미가 없었어요, 저한테.
If you don't feel the same.
Okay.
I've been hiding.
저의 기준은 그냥 일단 형준이가 첫 번째인 거는 그냥 고정이었고 나머지 순위는 그냥 마음의 거리였던 것 같아요. 제가 좀 더 편하게 느끼는 사람.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep my feelings close so they can't get out. What if I just told you I wanted you to be?
호감도로만 쓰기에는 탈락자가 생기는 거라서 기준을 좀 다르게 생각했던 것 같아요. 낮은 순위에는 저한테 관심도 없어 보이는 사람을 적다 보니까 앞순위와 뒷순위를 먼저 생각을 했던 것 같아요.
So I guess he put Jaeha higher. So he's staying. Now I think it is between Sumin and technically both
홈런남이라
Hyukjins.
생각했을 때 제일 호감이 가는 사람들 순위를 골랐어요. 제일 호감이 가는 사람이 더 알아가고 싶은 사람. 나는 기준으로.
Hangul's ranking is going to be very important. Honestly, my preference would be probably that Sumin goes home, just because the two Hyukjins are like maybe my favorites in the entire house.
아, 이 탈락자라는
Although
거
I also really
때문에
like Sumin.
쎄 조금 미안한 마음도 들면서 되게 막 그랬어.
미안한 마음이 들 수밖에 없지. 이거는.
자존감이 지금
And
많이
like I said, I
낮아있는
would actually
상태.
definitely prefer that
그래서
nobody goes
뭐든지
home.
이런 부정적인 거가 있었을 때 저를 자꾸 그 후보 순위 안에 밀어놓는 것 같아요 지금.
난 좀 의외로 좀 빠르게 정했는데
진짜?
그 특정 몇 명이 너무 존재감이 없어 지금까지 내 눈에.
Oh my god,
그거 다 개인적인 생각이니까.
so straightforward.
그러니까. 근데 이게 약간 정 들어가지고 그것도 있다. 나는 정든 순위 이런 것도 있어.
정도 많으시구만.
나 벌써 다 정들었어. 제가 처음부터 현준이만 바라봤고 현준이만 바라본다는 거를 많은 사람들한테도 티가 났을 거라 생각을 해서 굳이 다른 사람들이 뽑을 이유가 없다고 생각을 할 것 같은 거예요. 그래서 제일 불안했던 순간인 것 같아요.
그러면 탈락자가 있다가 저녁에 나오는
And
거예요?
we're doing candidates like
모르지.
literal,
탈락자일지는.
like a literal
바로
survival
탈락을
show.
그냥 시킨다고 누군지도 말 안 해주고 어느 순간 사라지는 거야? 거품처럼?
바로 탈락하긴 아깝긴 하다. 누구단.
Yeah, I hope they can at least say
탈락자가
goodbye.
결정되었습니다.
탈락자는 땡땡땡입니다.
무서워.
계속 걱정했죠. 진짜 나인가? 나 아닌가? 왜냐면 원래 알던 사이들과는 그들이 나에게 몇 점을 줄지 모르고 어쨌든 사실 한결도 내가 1순위가 아닌 걸 알고 있는 상태니까 그래서 좀 불안했던 것 같아요.